Yeah, how's it going? You're better. That's good. I did miss, yeah, I did notice you weren't here Monday, so I was kind of worried. I didn't, but I was at work while you were streaming yesterday, so I didn't get to catch it. Hey Jan, how's your weekend starting? Yep, that's right. I usually start streaming at 5 on a Friday, so I can get a stream in before D&D. You had a freak out and you couldn't stream. Oh, sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling okay now. Yeah, feel free to. Obviously, I'm going to be streaming this today, but feel free to message me whenever. You're okay now. You just needed to get some. You just needed to breathe a bit to avoid burning any bridges. That's fair enough. Oh, and thanks for giving yourself a shout out. The girl's learning self-esteem. Ow, you caught most of my last stream, but you weren't able to talk. Ah, that's fair enough. Oh. Okay. Hopefully everything's working here. I'm quite sure oh good. I'm quite sure I switched off the offset, so you should be seeing me in relatively real time. Let's Phoenix a ride. Oh yeah, a bit of cosplay news. I made my second attempt at making gloves, but they didn't go too well. I've watched a couple of more tutorials, so I'm going to take a different approach to it. Okay. Hey Sarah, how's it going? Hello to you too. Okay, put that into performance mode. It's time to begin case number 3 of game number 3. It's 3 of 3, but not the last. Oh, also thanks for the retweet, Sarah. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. The evidence and testimony we've seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank a cup of poisoned coffee. No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. Okay, this is all moving along without any input, so, Holy voice strain, Batman. I saw someone else there. A man. He's the real killer. Yeah, I remember this case pretty well because it's quite a fun one. Did Phoenix Wright do a murder? Oh no. Why won't anyone believe me? Oh no. He glitter bombed someone's coffee. The worst of crimes. Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright? This court finds the defendant guilty. This court is adjourned. Well, that was a short chapter. See you at D&D later. January the 6th, 10:03 AM, Wright & Co. Law Offices. The start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I bet it does, Mayor. So, I've decided that resolution should be... Zoe! Take on the world. What do you think? Sure, whatever, Mayor. But I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never. You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV, or playing a board game. Hey, pal. Dear Detective Gumshoe. Happy New Year, Detective. Likewise. Now listen up, right? I wanna... Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer police cooperation. What? Yeah, me too. Alright, pal. You got some explaining to do. Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective? What? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but... Yay, thanks. Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat. Yep, Kiara. Here's to another lousy new millennium. Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No, no. Are you doing this on purpose? I guess I'm busted. How'd you like my first practical joke of the year? Wow, she's been to the year 3000. Very funny, pal. Now, let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced. Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal. About you. Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from, anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month. Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. So what do you think this is all about, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility. It was Gordon Freeman. No way. You don't mean... a phony Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. I guess he's starting off the year with one too. Oh yeah, I could use some faux right now. Magazine clipping added to the court record. An article from December the 5th says I was trounced and my client was found guilty.
So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it?
Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case.
My fault? How do you figure that?
Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of.
Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves. But I didn't do anything wrong. At least not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal. Now. And that means taking the case back to court. Got it.
Is that actually allowed? Actually thinking about it, does double jeopardy only apply to getting an innocent verdict? Because otherwise appeals wouldn't be a thing. Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto.
I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned.
I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year.
So you're taking the case right. Good. I'm going to head out over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something. Okay, pal?
And my voice can rest.
I guess people are starting to know the name. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? These cosplayers, man, they're out of control.
So, what's our first move?
I guess we go down to the detention centre and talk.
Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right?
Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake that did this. Phoenix is innocent of this crime.
I wonder if he looks exactly like you. You're phony. Zin... Eop. I mean...
I hope not. What kind of name for an evil double is Zin Eop, anyway?
Ah, Nick, I've got it.
If you're going to ask whether I've got a twin brother, the answer is no.
Sport. Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me?
What do you mean?
I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who's just found out he's going to be a dad or something.
Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange.
Maybe he realised. He's got strong feelings for you, Nick. Ah. He's just trying to get over his being dumped by Edgeworth.
Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Mayor.
Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you...
then maybe it's because of our new guilty client.
As per tradition, let's present this badge. So you still got that badge, I see?
Huh? Well, I am a lawyer, aren't I?
Yeah, but I guess I just didn't think you'd keep being one for this long. You have to admit, you've had some close brushes with death because of your job.
I fail to see how being a lawyer is more dangerous than channeling dead people. Do you know anything about this, Mayor?
Even someone as wildly wise as me doesn't know everything, Nick. So I, the great Mayor, am sad to say I can't tell you much about this object.
Simple yes or no, Mayor. It's not as if you had to give me a desertion.
What do you mean you didn't know anything about it? You literally gave it to him. can't believe you got an impersonator.
I can't either. I'm so famous and being cosplayed.
Ah, but look on the bright side. Only famous stars have people impersonating them.
This isn't funny, Mayor. It's not just an impersonation. This guy stole my identity. And someone may have been wrongly convicted as a result.
Guess you should have gone into showbiz, huh, Nick?
I'll never understand how your mind works, Mayor.
Okay, Criminal Affairs Department. January the 6th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick?
Looks like Gumshoe isn't around.
He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work.
No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is on the courthouse.
Look! The Blue Badger has a... Well, I don't want to assume that's a girlfriend just because it's pink, but... I'm pretty sure Hetero's made this game, so...
He is probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case.
Guess that means we should go to the detention centre and chat with our killer, huh?
After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure that killer is the right label.
Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute.
That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it, and now it's the national symbol of the police force. So what's with the pink one? It's new, right?
She's not an it, Nick. She's a she. Right, Chief? Remember, if you can assume a stuffed badger thing is she, her because it's pink, you can gender me correctly as well.
Yep. Meet the pink badger.
So one's called Blue and the other's called Pink, but they're both called Badger.
You got it. They're married.
Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief.
You got it. That's marriage for you.
So hetero.
Whoa, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of the deep oceans. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected.
Hey, Nolas. Yep, they switched to Amy Rose.
I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks.
Okay, this is just the flavour text from the last few cases, so moving on. Let's meet our client and hope they don't get too angry with us. That is the most heterosexual thing you've heard in a long time. I assume you meant the handcuff thing. January the 6th, Detention Centre, Visitors Room. This is so nerve-wracking, waiting to meet our new client. Oh, I wonder what just kind of person you tricked and got found guilty.
Keep it down, Mayor. That kind of talk could ruin me.
How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying.
Aren't you?
Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you? Have you missed anything? Long story short, Phoenix has just found out someone's been impersonating him and got someone found guilty a month ago. So now we're taking on her case to get a retrial. And that someone is Maggie Bird from the first case of the second game. Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie. Remember? Maggie Bird.
Maggie Bird? Ah.
What's a quote to use, no less? Hello, little birdie. We're gonna kill ya.
Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop too.
No, we must protect Maggie Bird at all costs. She's adorable.
What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you equipped?
Oh, sure. Very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes. You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Yep, if we don't save some scum well enough, she probably will get killed. Oh, I see.
So that's where we stand right now.
I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing the last time.
But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Right is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. Wow, notice she's got a bird theme and she's dressed in orange right now. There's another bird quote and it's probably worse. Well, let's see it. So, how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of waitress. Yep, what's one more disaster in life? Worse to live by. No less. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir.
And then you got into this mess straight away, right?
Yeah, you could put it that way. Maybe I should try giving her a West Country accent.
You are?
You are? Ah, God, I can't try and do you are in a high register without sounding like I'm doing woo-woo. We don't know an Armstrong in this game yet, but the restaurant in this case was actually foreshadowed back in the DS version of the first game. In the bonus case. Because you could see a flower briefly. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month. And it happened at Tribulations. Tribulations? Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one day, evil came. One of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I'd never even seen the guy before. Oh.
So she wouldn't have had motive to kill him anyway, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right?
Of course. A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come?
No less. What business do Nappa and Yugi have together? This is worrying news. Well, yep, presumably that's the Phoenix impersonator, considering he's got the same hair and silhouette. You tell me, Mr. Wright.
I guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyways, you saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy.
Wait, this implies that she saw the killer, but literally didn't notice he was her lawyer. So if you saw the murderer, why are you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man. The one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time.
But how's that possible?
I don't know, but nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defence. My granny could have done a better job.
Look, that wasn't me, okay?
And then they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. What? A small bottle of poison. What? But poison? It was in your pocket? Is that a beanie or a bowl cut? It's not Gohan, he gets rid of the bowl cut. Oh, I think it's actually a beanie. You can see the seam lines in it. Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket while I was unconscious. Yeah, that's definitely a hat. You can see the hair below it.
And no one else saw this other guy?
No, sir. That's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. As the one who took the coffee to the two men.
Uh-oh. And what was your impression of them?
Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all? You want to know what the deal with the scooter is? There you go. An earpiece over his eye. I know, maybe he's just testing Google Glass. It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing their debut, I guess. Debut.
So it was a band CD? Maybe a promo disc?
Maybe it was MC Screwdriver.
Get serious, Mayor. Would you buy the CD of a group named that?
What's the name of the group again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC... And what about the killer? What'd he look like? You have to get going. Oh, see you, Kiara. Thanks again for the view, and hope your shift at work goes well. Thanks for giving her a shout out, no less. Hang in there, Kiara. Jan? Yeah, that's silly who'd name an MC after a household tool. You'd have to be a real spanner to do that. Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man, well built like the victim, really. No less.
What does Google say about his power level?
Obligatory ancient meme.
It's over 9,000. 9,000?
That badge, is it real?
Of course it's real.
That's what they all say. But I've been duped before. Give it to me for a sec.
Oh.
Hey. Ang. She bit into it. And it left a few teeth marks too.
I can see that.
I just wish I could remember if that means it's real or fake.
I said it was real.
I know I used to be on the police force, sir. But I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can help you out with now is the menu at Tribulations, sir. Uh-huh. Don't let it get you down, Maggie.
Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case.
Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me?
Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You're wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Hey, Maggie. Was my evil double AM here too? So would AM's angry expression be like, instead of... No, I don't remember a phony you, Mayor. It'd have been so cool. Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of...
I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime.
You said?
Okay, I get the picture. But you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realise that that guy wasn't the real me?
I guess looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little.
No less. She's an ex-cop. Union not going to be buying her way off the hook now. Sadly. Well, okay. So you're a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. And your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this funny accent.
So the guy's nothing like me then?
But you had your spiky hair and blue suit.
Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me?
How about everyone else in the courtroom? Like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realise he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks on their faces, but it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defence attorney, so we should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright, do you think we'll win next time, sir? My life has been a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gone sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken. How'd you get into the police force? Oh right, failed. Got it. Experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Sin here, Bob. It was really going to pay for this. No less. The judge is probably going to be hell to deal with in this.
That isn't what you said last time. Oh, right, that wasn't you. He was much nicer.
Yep, I like Zin Bebop. Even though that's no... Look, that it doesn't even look possible to pronounce. I'm just going to make it up as I go along. Ixin. Enough. Ixinf. 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 Okay, let's go with Ixinf. Ah! Ixinf is really going to pay for this.
What are you staring at me like that for? But May's right.
Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. They better not cry. They better not pout. I'm telling you why. Phoenix is coming to town. We'll find him. Don't worry. We'll get Zin F for you. Wait. Zinf. Zinf. Let's go with Zinf. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Tribulations is then.
Oh, right. The restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. Alright, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food. Okay, let's see if Gumshoe's back yet. Nope. No less. If the first bit were Chinese, it would be Shin. But you're not sure about EOHP. Maybe just Ep? Well, it's supposed to be reverse of Phoenix, so surely, I guess the last syllable should be F. Maybe just Eve? Zenith. Yep, I think Zenith works. January the 6th, Tribulations. This music's really happy for a murder scene. Wow, look at this place.
Look, more like smell. What is with the suffocating scent of flowers in here?
Thanks for the quote, no less.
Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right?
Actually, I'm not that into it. Now it's coming to Cetus. Maybe there's no one here.
Don't be silly, Mayor. This is a restaurant and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here.
Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want.
Yeah, I suppose we can. It's the restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French.
Ferme. That means closed. Wait. I think it just says firm. I keep forgetting, is it pronounced ferme or just firm? Actually, no, it must be firm.
It probably says open or closed.
Either way, it does mean closed.
It must be one or the other. But I don't know which since I don't know Jacques about French.
It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French.
Why don't you just try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya?
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then.
There's something stuffed in behind the rack.
Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. MC Bomber and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. $100,000 maybe?
I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper is from December the 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning.
What? Sports paper added to the court record. Dates from December the 3rd, the day of the incident. Found at Tribulations.
Paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper.
Someone wrote down their evil laugh. This case is going to be a doozy. Well, you're not wrong, Nolus. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money.
You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way.
Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here.
I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all these personally. Let's see. A bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, fine bone china cups.
I never knew you were so cultured.
Come on, Mayor, I have a boyfriend. There's no need for innuendos there. This is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much.
Nolus, cash registers spit out receipts, Mayor, not money. Well, to be fair, you do give out change from cash registers.
This table's set up nicely. It just needs a customer.
What do you think this flower is, Nick?
Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think.
Duh, even I could have told you that.
Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know, dang nabbit. I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there.
Really? Cool, I love snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white, it's not even snowing.
Got ya. I was only kidding, Mayor.
Nick! There are lies that are okay to tell, and lies that definitely aren't.
All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. This must be the table where the murder occurred.
I guess so, with all this police tape round it.
And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Mayor?
Why'd I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know.
Then why can I picture you doing just that? This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. When you're seated at a table, you can only see the tables to your right or left.
Yep, Mayor came in from the outside. Wait. Phoenix suspects she'd lick that up. He knew she wouldn't acknowledge being right outside anyway. Mayor's a cat. And yeah, it was actually kind of a weird thing for him to say. Okay. Guess that's all the clues. So I guess the sports paper's what I needed. Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Guts and Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title?
Sorry, Maggie. That paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder.
And Gutson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh no.
I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations.
Really? That's strange. Tribulations doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them.
Then maybe one of the customers left it behind.
Wait, then maybe one of the customers left it behind. Don't know why I gave Mayor the Phoenix voice there.
Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this scribble here.
Aha! That's it, sir. MC Bomber. That was the name that was written on the CD.
Just as I thought.
I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So, that 100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me 100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Karain, or even the Spirit Song, or even Mayor's theme.
Okay, Mayor. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim.
You're right.
So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh?
I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? Okay, let's try criminal affairs again. Okay. Well, while it's silent... TSMR. It looked more like coffee. Yeah, that's fair enough. To be fair, it is quite heavily stewed. Wait, I just realised that doodles of Master Mask. MC Bomber.
And don't forget the 100,000 too.
No less. Master Mask was here. There's something about the name, MC Bomber.
Yeah, it's a pretty unusual name.
Everyone's worried about bombs these days, I guess.
I'm not sure that has any bearing on anything related to this case.
Anyway, we should really look into this some more. Oh yeah, MC is the first and last sound of her mask. Is he branching into supervillainy? Could be.
Smile, you're on candid camera. This guard monitors the visitors' room. I bet they're going to get too many waitresses in here. He looks like he's getting a bit restless.
Jeez, someone send that guard to horny jail. Alright, yeah, profiles. No matter what happens, I never let things get me down. You're always so positive, aren't you, Maggie? Macho Maggie Bird, they say. The early bird catches the worm, a bird in the hand. Wow, all those phrases are named after you. And I never turn my back on anything. You're always so strong, aren't you, Maggie? Macho Maggie Bird, they... Oh. Whoops. Oh, no. That just said the same line again. Oh well. Macho Maggie Bird, they say. I'm a tough old bird. Tough old bird, Nick. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe. He really looked out for me when I was on the force.
Have you seen him recently?
No, he's never been to the restaurant. Guess he's not a fan of French cuisine, huh? He's an instant noodle type of guy, after all. Yeah, he prefers the simple things in life.
Or he's just simply too poor to afford anything else.
We got Robo-Redditor again. Whomst? Oh, right, yeah. He is just sort of here now, I guess. What am I missing? Oh, here we go. January the 6th, Tribulations. I'm sure it is a good day. Ooh la la, bonjour. Welcome to La Tribulations. Oh, hello.
What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff.
Bienvenue. Welcome to my petite restaurant. Huh? Bienvenue? Oh no, my petite tulip. Huh? Me? Look at his face. Like a kitten rejected by its own mother. You're fatigued, no? Alors, you need this. An aromatic baffle melange of La Nerole à la Rose, my personal recommendation. You think I need what? Oui. Just add a couple of drops of this mixture to la bath water and voila. It will soothe your body and your mind. It is simply fantastique. I cannot do a decent French accent. Really? And for la monsieur?
Who? Me?
Look at that face, like a puppy rejected by life itself. You're fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot, and maybe an hint of oui. I will add la peppermint and la carré sage for a fragrance exceptional. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur.
My beauty?
Alors, if you'll be seated, I'll bring you la special menu of the day.
Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers.
Mais bien sûr. I know this already, monsieur. You are la phoenix, right, no?
Yes, you know of me.
Mais, oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Zinef.
It looks like everyone to do with this case knows who I am already.
I wonder what sort of impression Zinef's been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself again. I am Jean Armstrong, enchanté. So, what does très bien mean? I know très, that means free, right? No. Très bien is français. In English, you would say, very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. L'atmosphère is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. Okay, come on. The L should decline there. L'atmosphere, not la atmosphere. I mean, come on. Even in English, we don't say. We drop a vowel if it's got another vowel following it. Otherwise, it just hurts.
If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here?
Ma cuisine is not foil. Some people say they not appreciate la haute cuisine.
I thought everyone likes hot cuisine.
Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands.
So you're running this place on your own now?
Oui, pour le moment. No one has entered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi.
Please don't eyeball me while you say that.
I am la chef. I am la manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist. Roaming what? A practitioner de aromatherapy, la art of soothing the soul with the delicate floral aromas.
Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. So, could you tell me what you know about the incident?
Bien, it makes me sad to remember it. Très, je suis désolé. Yet, I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened.
Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing.
So, it was the 3rd of the month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for a coffee suddenly became ill.
Because of the poison in his coffee?
Non. Ma café is très bad. That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took him his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead? Mon Dieu, oui. He was dead. Maggie had passed out also.
And this man who died, was he alone?
Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but... I see. La police? They asked me so many times. Are you sure there was no one at this table? They asked. But I am not the only one. Lord Man says the same thing.
Old man? What old man? So who's this old man that you mentioned?
At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here. What? Someone else saw it? Miss Wee, as usual, you came alone that day. Yep, no less. This old man, he plays one. At the time of the murder, he was here, you saw it too. But he said the same things as there was no one else at the victim's table. I think it was. This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my firm. With a With a knick-knack paddywhack, give the dog a bone. This old man is rolling home. But Maggie swears there were two people. There's Mademoiselle, the lawyer. You could not prove this, not? About the lawyer. That was me, I suppose. Miss bien sûr. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now's the one who's making stuff up. You couldn't remember anything past knick-knack. No less. We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here. One of my customers must have left it behind. Do you have any idea which customer it was? The only ideas I have, Mademoiselle, I save my kitchen. I am not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defence in court that day was a little, how you say, lacking, perhaps? Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You were very, very cool, though. Oh, oui, so handsome. Wow, I just wonder just how bad the defence could have been. Every time you opened your mouth, the old courthouse stirred. Oh man, that is something I don't want to imagine. Okay. Try criminal affairs again. Nope. Seen a bit, no less. Maggie was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control. Oui, she was la suspect in la murder investigation, no? Ah, you know about that. That is why I gave to her la perfume for happiness. Happiness perfume. Oui, blended from bergamot like I've given to you before. But she's been arrested again, and found guilty this time. This is true. Her natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong. Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work. I am not surprised she was la femme suspecte. After something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what?
What's this guy talking about?
Does this mean Maggie did have a motive?
We've got to ask this guy for more info. Stat! When Mackie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen?
Oui, I suppose you could say so.
So what happened?
None. It was nothing. Look, Maggie says you didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive. Oui, this is true. If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Here we go. Cyclox. Jan, indicted is... indicted. Yeah, you're right, it is. Thanks, Jan. No way. What are we going to do, Nick?
We'll just have to remove... What the...
What's wrong?
The maggot hammer. It's gone.
Huh?
I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air.
What?
But I could see the Cyclox. Maybe that means the maggot hammer's nearby. Mr. Armstrong, could I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there?
That is a question you'll have to ask him yourselves. Huh? Him? Lord Man spends all day with his time all of his time down the park. Yep, someone's stolen the gameplay mechanic. Yep, somebody stole Phoenix's mojo.
Le Park? Oh, a park. What park's that?
Behind La Restaurant. It is called Vitamin Square. Thank you. Je vous en prie, my dear. Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick. Yep, let's hope nobody steals Phoenix's ultimate weapon, save scumming. I mean, I think a girl named Max already did that. January the 6th, Vitamin Square. Oh, I guess it because of the fruit. So this is Vitamin Square.
Yeah, I see where they get their name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you.
Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Yep, she stole it and broke it. Just stormed through everything. Isn't that the odd man Mr. Armstrong's talking about?
That grouchy-looking grandpa.
He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons.
Meh, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them.
Granted, would not approve.
My grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red.
Okay, this is ominous music.
Excuse me? Would you mind if I had a word with you?
Yes!
I just want to ask you a couple of questions. What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons? He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's got to hurt. Go on, eat this. Excuse me, sir, can I ask you about Maggie Bird? I don't know any Maggie Bird.
Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulations.
Ugh, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Another disgrace.
A disgrace?
An innocent young girl revealing herself like that? Revealing? You mean her uniform? Youth of the day. They don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not 1 ounce. What happens to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty?
What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
You? Your problem is your lack of any sense of grace.
Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. I don't like this guy. Do we get to beat him up?
Do you go to Tribulations a lot? That miserable excuse for a restaurant. That garbage they serve and there's not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice? Tribulations is a French restaurant, sir. Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. And what about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses?
You can see all the way up to there. Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's disgraceful, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Listen, it's not my restaurant.
Ah, it's a miserable excuse for a restaurant in that place. Miserable.
He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Yep, that's right, Jan. The one character they couldn't make not Japanese, I guess. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why do you keep going there? No less. Maggie's costume covers more than the traditional Japanese garb. And, yep, Bushido only has to do with samurai. Although, to be fair, it was more of an idealised code. Yeah, I'm actually kind of worried about what's going on with his nose there.
Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Haha, take that.
He must be hiding something, right?
If he is, I should be able to see a cyclock or two. Oh, wait.
I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, that Magatama is only on loan. You better find it or else.
If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm going to be in a world of pain.
Excuse me, sir, could I ask you about this?
Sir? There you go, boy. Had some pigeon feed sent here.
This one wasn't exactly what I was hoping to get out of this guy. I guess his nose is giving me flashbacks to the third case of the last game. Oh yeah, she's probably got, her uniform probably has a skirt in it, so that makes sense. Okay, maybe I should try asking him about... Okay, he doesn't have a profile. Oh yeah, examine the park. That makes sense. See what we got here. Hey look, pigeons!
Yeah, and heaps of them too.
Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace?
That's a dove, not a pigeon.
Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're grey? Is that it?
You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Mayor.
Oh, there's a magazine here.
It's a magazine full of job listings. You disgusting rogue! Picking up something that someone else threw away?
Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
Ah, that's none of your business.
Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back. Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up.
Yep, Mayor's probably right. Job listings added to the court record. Picked up from a bench in Vitamin Square. Thrown away by the old man.
Hey, that's mine.
Mine now, buddy. Looking at this orange reminds me.
Of what?
Oh yeah, I should probably save. It's been a while. The fruit stuff reminds you of some shopping malls they had, which had climbing stuff like that. Yeah, large shopping centres around where I live often had a sort of a daycare thing. That you're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know.
You don't have to tell me twice.
This place is so fruity.
That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favourites.
Then the apple slide is perfect for you.
And what's so perfect about it?
Ah, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo!
No way. I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. And it's coarse and it gets everywhere. Anyone can see that.
Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try too. I used to love sandboxes like you wouldn't believe.
Really? You?
Sure. Finding iron fillings in the sound of my magnet was my favourite thing to do. Me too.
Iron fillings? Wow, that's too exciting for words.
It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then.
So, did you manage to get all the iron?
No, I never did. I think I came close though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron filings I found way back when. You want them?
No.
Reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to really enjoy just sort of digging a hole in my grandma's back garden. You've never gone over a sandbox with a magnet, no less? Yeah, it's a thing you can do. Basically, if you just keep passing a magnet over the sand, you get bits of iron. You did sandcastles at the beach and you had shaped buckets for it. Nice. Okay, just a few more minutes, I guess. Let's ask him about this. Okay, guess he's not talking about it. Mademoiselle. Yes? Are you looking for a job? What? No, I was just... Let me see. Your style is un peu different, but you have a good face. Different? Felicitations. You have passed. I will hire you. Bien. Come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Nick, help. Capitalism be that way.
I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both.
Okay, still not telling me anything. January the 6th, detention centre, visitor's room.
Looks like they have Maggie in for questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later.
Okay. Criminal Affairs. January the 6th, police station, criminal affairs department.
Well, pal, you found the evidence yet? The one that's going to find her innocent?
No, not yet.
We've only just started our investigation. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting out off all my other cases for now, pal.
Gumshoe's really fired up about this.
Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court sitting at 10 AM tomorrow. And Goddo's gonna be the prosecutor.
Him.
Now listen up, pal. Here's the story. About a little badger who lives in a blue world. All day and all night. And everything he sees is just blue, like him. Inside and outside. Blue is house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody. So listen, so listen, so listen.
I'd say sorry, but I'm completely unrepentant.
If Maggie's found guilty again,
Yes?
I'll make sure you get locked up good for it. Got it?
And you said Columbo isn't on Netflix then? I can't believe you missed my marvellous singing. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh?
Yeah.
Back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right?
Yeah. I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know.
Okay, in Ace Attorney Let's Play Tradition, Gumshoe is 32, Maggie is 23. Okay, that's not terrible, I guess. But I'm still a bit... You never saw the appeal of Blue by Eiffel 65, no less. Yeah, it's most of 10 years, but she's sort of like mid-20s, isn't sort of like a child. I think I'd probably feel better about someone in their 40s and someone being with someone in their 30s, but... I guess he just... it's pretty clear he only ever had a crush on her anyway, so... Yeah. Or, you know, maybe it was just really was just a sort of a older brother instinct sort of thing.
Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal?
Yeah, you're right. Even a 5-year difference would be quite a bit. I mean, I was definitely a lot dumber at 23 than I was at, say, 30. But then again, I'm pretty dumb now anyway, either way, so maybe I'm just not a good test case.
Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal?
Here I am playing video games on the internet.
I was just her. Oh, it wasn't anything like. Look, sure. I was her boss when she was doing her training.
Actually, yeah, thinking about it, being in a mentor position slash boss supervisor position actually does make it quite iffy.
But that was it. Nothing happened.
Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. So that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie.
I don't like her or anything, but back her. I was,
Note to self, gossip with Mayor about this later.
Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You got us to keep it a secret. Got it?
Sure.
Would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey.
Oi. Would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time?
Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind.
So I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim?
Glagelg, he was a computer programmer.
Okay, that explains why he's got the Google Glass, I guess. I see. Programmer.
He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal.
Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often?
Not according to the chef. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy.
Programmer. And a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that?
That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in her trial.
You're kidding. What was her supposed motive?
Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't even got time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay?
What could this motive have been?
This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself.
That's right.
The judge already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony.
Yeah, doesn't sound very good for us, huh?
Look, pal, I've got a mouse on this case, papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's... Okay, so she's a bit out there, and a bit off base sometimes, but she was a good cop. Aside from not.
No less from what Google says, people are watching Columbo on Peacock, which is free with ads. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I guess it's just sort of made clear he never really got beyond having a crush on her, so yeah, I'll give him a pass. I mean, he's at least self-aware enough that he's kept it to himself, mostly. And that's not exactly complimentary, you know. Wow, Phoenix. Phoenix really just went and said ACAB. So what do you think really happened? And just how contrary is her testimony?
The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim.
Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone. Even the chef. And then there's the CD.
CD? Oh yes, you did mention something about a CD. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir.
But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD.
What?
Not on the table? No. Not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal.
But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece too?
Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie.
Radio? He didn't have a CD player?
You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all.
Wow, remember when your CD player had to actually, well, music came on CDs? And remember when your music player had to be a separate device? Good point, Nolus. I think they've established like 3 witnesses. Maggie herself, the chef and the old guy. Come to think of it, the owner of Tribulations didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Okay, so it's 1:30, so I'm gonna have to call it here so I can get ready for D&D. Notice looking at your alarm clock, CD player and your laptop's music library, which is 80% of CDs. Yeah, that's fair. But like, you don't actually have to carry the CDs around. I mean, half the places you can buy them from will automatically give you an MP3 anyway, without having to rip it yourself. Just saying. Okay, let's find someone to raid, and I can get all grounded up. Disclaimer, do not grind me up. I like being whole. Okay, Firefox is updating itself, because of course it is. Well, while I'm waiting for that, as I said before, cosplay-wise, my gloves have been delayed a bit because, yeah, I just can't get them to turn out the way I want, so I'm going to try a different approach. I've actually found a different tutorial, so instead of trying to convert tights into them, I'm actually going to open out the tights and just sew gloves straight from the fabric instead. It'll mean I'll have a seam wrapped down my arm, but it'll probably fit a lot better. And to be fair, you probably won't see it. You could still have yours, but you're not sure. Well, that's kind of neat. So, yep, D&D is going to be on Nick's main YouTube channel now, instead of he's mothballed the Cursed RP one. So I'll just give a link to that. And obviously it's going to be the Baboonmas special. Now the last year's Baboonmas wasn't streamed because we were literally just starting the campaign, but that was a time, so I'm kind of hyped for that. Yep, so I'm hyped for this. It's also going to feature the some side characters from Iris's side campaign. No less, making the gloves and just stitching them to what's left for sleeves seems much easier. Yeah, during a stream my hands are mostly off camera anyway, but this is more of a full cosplay I'm doing for fun. I mean, to be fair, ironically, sort of originally designed grounded with gloves. But to be fair, I don't know what climbing gloves look like, so for all I know, they're fingerless anyway. So I guess this means I'm going to be wearing gloves over gloves. I talk with my hands nearly as much as your mum. No offence taken. To be honest, I think it's my ASD. My body language is kind of downplayed, so I overcompensate a bit. Excellent. I'm now using the latest version of Firefox browser. Maybe I should start doing the finger guns. Yeah, I'm not really bisexual enough. I know, they could be an ace thing, I guess. Well, it's kind of ridiculous to actually have things be things, you know. Obviously, anyone can do finger guns if they want. Okay, I think I will raid Canuda. Chrome doesn't update. /smug. Well, of course it doesn't. Chrome is static. Chrome hates life. Of course it doesn't. Chrome is but an extension of Google's empire. I mean, not to say that Firefox doesn't have its problems in that regard either, but hey, it's open source. Yeah, there aren't really that many browsers that don't use up a ton of resources for some reason. Anyways, aside from D&D, we'll be obviously more The World Ends With You on Monday. We're on the final week there, so hopefully it'll go well. I'm expecting to have it done before Christmas, so I'll probably take a hiatus until January when I've finished with it. And obviously in January, I'm going to be streaming Other M with Goggles and Leggy, so that should be, well, it'll be fun hanging around with them. But yep, there's that to look forward to in the new year. But in the meantime, hope to see you for D&D. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll be raiding in 3, 2, 1, and have a good night. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey Bree, how you doing? How did your stream go? And welcome on into all the raiders as well. Hope you're all having a good day. Welcome to some Book of Demons, a parody of Diablo with some Twitch integration as well. There are commands at the bottom of the screen. If you type those commands in, including the plus and minus signs, you can make different things happen. But yeah, what were you playing, Bree? How are you? I still love that the drop command 9 times out of 10 gives a piece of poo with a coin in it. Finished up some Ace Attorney to warm up my voice before D&D. Nice. How far along are you in Ace Attorney? Case 3 of Game 3. Okay, nice. So very far along. Well, good. I'm glad. Sounds like if you're that far, I'm assuming that you're enjoying it. Which, if so, then I'm very glad that you are. I need to go back up to town. there's a lot to do right now.
Though I can see your future is very grim.
Then I need... What do I need to upgrade my shield? I need a big guard is what I need. Okay. Amulet of Chill. Regenerates mana points over time. I could use that. I would need... I've got enough. I could upgrade that. Yeah. I do have my Golem card. What the fuck? It wouldn't let me take my Golem card. Where deck? Golem. Mass Dispel. Spells one spell every 0.3 seconds. Damn. Summons a big dirty rock golem that taunts enemies and fights for you. Yes. Fucking please. I'll take that instead of the... Actually, you know what? No, I'll take that instead of lightning. The shield I will keep. Okay. So,
Returning
upgrade
customer.
cards.
They always come back.
I need 2 of you. And then put Golem in there. And let's upgrade him again. Oh, you're fine, Bree. Have fun at D&D. I hope you have a good session. Excuse me. Okay, equal to